Let's make the most of our break, guys.
This has me raring to go.
I think we need to discuss this.
Noah, about our next destination.
Ahoy, laddie. There's somewhere I'd be wanting to go to.
I am not laddie, and I'm under no obligation whatsoever to listen to you.
Actually, there's a bunch of places I need to pay a visit to.
You can talk to yourself all you want. We don't have the time to listen to you drone on.
It was on a cold day, nearly 100 years ago.
Hey, don't just ignore me when I'm talking to you.
I was on a journey at the time, seeking strong foes.
What? Like you're doing now, you mean?
Don't encourage him.
One day, I ran into him.
Him?
Aye, him. An eccentric man, was he? Couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag. But then, he ended up entrusting something important to me.
I see. But if this was so long ago, then that man must be...
Anyone's life is short if you look at it from my perspective. Not that I be trying to offend you folks. Anyway, this man, he handed me, I think it was a pot. After that, I can't remember a blessed thing.
You think? You can't remember? What are we supposed to do with that?
So what does this have to do with where you want to go?
Very good question, girl. It came to me suddenly that when he and I went places, I'd leave some kind of mark. I mean, it'd be a bother if I forgot where we went, eh? So, I left my giant handprints all over the place.
All over the place, huh? Very helpful.
Well, now and then stuff comes back to me. I just remembered I left one mark by a lake around where Gamma is right now.
Does the place stand out?
Sorry. Can't remember anything except that mark. Back then, I used to fly everywhere in a Pharaonis.
You used the Pharaonis just for that? What the... What a waste.
I suppose. It did cause a few squabbles with some other colonies.
Forget about that. At least we've got something to aim for.
But...
Of course, we can't just run around endlessly hunting for those marks. But if we see something similar to what he remembers, it might jog his memory.
Then I suppose I don't mind.
Sorry, folks. Just keep your eyes peeled for him and I'd be grateful.
Leave the healing to me. Nothing's getting past me.
I'll provide the perfect defense.
I see some relations have changed.
Judging by the lay of the land. Ah, there it is.
Is this?
Yar, there it be? That be my handprint and no mistake. As big as a whale as always.
Does that jog your memory?
Aye, my friend and I used to go off hunting a lot. I'm sure it was in,
That phrasing is very telling.
He would keep this thingy on him that he used to treasure. Well, blow me down if I can't remember what that thingy might be.
Well, is there anything else you can think of?
I only traveled with him for a short time, I did. Seems like I only have to blink and another human passes away.
You managed to remember this much about him. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here.
I wonder.
I probably should have asked before, but what even made you remember something from that long ago?
Well, it was while I watched our fair Nop-on lady cooking up a storm. And it just popped into my head. I felt dissatisfied, like something was missing.
Food of banana nummy?
Nay, nothing like that, miss. I love just about anything I eat. That stirred something. Day after day, he'd peek inside his little pot thing. It's come back to me. We were broadsided by a robber, and my mate brought out his pot. He murmured something or other about fermentation.
Fermentation? What's up with that? Was it some science experiment or something?
Queen's wings, what is in this pot? Isn't that a rockel right now?
On your guard, guys.
I'm the one you want.
You're a lifesaver.
Here! Nice one, you
I'll tear it all down!
Gotcha! Super strong protection!
Heal blade!
Quick draw! Keep piling on the damage! That's the weak point! Can't let you show me up, Noah. I'll fit the butt!
I'm in no
Well within you.
I'll patch you up! Bear with everyone healed up! No complaints!
time to get crushed.
Everyone healed up! No complaints!
You can't fall here.
You
need right here.
This will keep me going. Quick draw! Dark blood!
Keep them coming. You're on fire, lad.
Get out of here!
That's the weak point.
Can't let you show me up, Noah. You want some more? The enemy seems angry. They're all wrong. Wait, no more.
You guys ready for this? Everyone.
Sorry.
I'm
You guys.
sorry.
Santa! Santa, wake up!
Senna, don't exhaust yourself.
Guess I was a little too enthusiastic. We'll do this.
Finish it here.
Leave it to you, Nate.
This should be our plan of attack.
Great! Everyone get ready! I'll start it off!
I'll follow your lead.
got in mind?
Let's hit 'em, Triton style.
I'll start us off. You're in for it now. And one for good measure.
Survive that one, did you? More fun.
In for the long haul, huh? Big!
How? We can do this!
Feel it in my bones.
Oreo!
Soulhacker can still do this. I'll fight you up. Stay with me. You're doing great out there, Land. Just like it should. That'll still do this.
You up and out in no
No, group heal. Superstorm. Soulhacker.
I am the steel bullet!
No love lost!
Healing ring.
You're a lifesaver.
I'll get you up in a sec!
Your tactics will win the day. There. I think so myself.
Going, Uni!
Knock it off!
Everyone healed up. No complaints. Oreo. Now we're just gonna think. We'll keep piling on the damage.
Show us what you got, Senna!
Well, stick me with spines and call me a spike archon. That monster knew how to put up a fight.
A fight? That was awful. How the spark did you forget about that?
Look, whatever, it's done. Just tell us you found what you're looking for.
Well, I remembered one thing.
See? There we go. Reminisce away, old-timer.
Long ago, when there was no Colony Gamma here, back then it was Colony Iota and Colony 18 who were at each other's throats. Of course, in I blundered with no clue at all, and I ended up with both of them trying to send me into the deep.
Yeah, when I said reminisce, I meant about something relevant, yeah?
They had some guts trying to off a console, that be sure. Back then, just about anybody tried to have a pop at old Triton.
Right, I'm punching him. Noah, permission to punch.
Hold on until after he's done.
While we were fleeing the colonies, we made a little meal of the monster we killed here. Quite a good cook was my mate. Sorry, kiddies. Looks like there's nothing here.
Come on, we can't end it like this.
Well, I reckon it might be round where Lambda is now.
Then let's get over there. You might remember something else.
Was your friend a military cook? His cooking skills were pretty decent, right?
I just really love to travel. But by the flames, was he a hoot? Judging by the lay of the land. Ah, there it is. I see nothing's changed about this place.
But didn't you insinuate Colony Lambda hasn't always been stationed here?
Aye, that's right. That place be great if you want a good solid defense, but woe betide ye if you try launching an attack from it. You had to fight like a trooper back in the day, so there was no point in having a stationary base. If their commanders hold up inside, they're either very sure of themselves, or they're one ship short of a full fleet. By the by, see that big hole open up near the Faranas?
Oh, that. Seems it's been there for some time.
I bashed that one open with these here fists.
Huh? You did that?
Wow, this is the kind of place my mate used to like to fish. And if he couldn't fish, I couldn't eat. I'd just sit on my arse. Well, I had time to kill, so I smashed chunks out of the cliff face every day. What man sees a wall and doesn't want to tear it down, I ask you?
I don't know what walls you've seen, buddy.
So, Triton, does that remind you of anything?
He was such an easy-going fella, but I never once asked him where he came from or how old he was. Now I come to think of it, I didn't even know wherefore he was traveling.
You didn't check in with your iris?
I wonder. It was all so long ago, I don't remember. Ah, but I know that when he and I arrived here, it was quite a balmy day. He peeked inside his pot, said that all the heat wouldn't do, then spoke about how he wanted to wait out the season.
What could that mean?
That's the thing about living as long as I have. I know it's important, but I just plumb forgot, and it ain't coming back.
Mate.
My memory's not what it used to be, but I do recall Rogals used to hang out here. We were once surrounded by them, I faintly recall. That was a hard battle indeed.
Do you mean... like those things?
Ah! This just keeps happening!
Ha! What be life without a bit of excitement? We can bet by beating the tar out of them.
You know what? Fine. Let's do it!
I'm the one you want.
You didn't disappoint! There!
Make this quick!
Can't let you show me up, Noah.
Pirate Larry!
Sorry!
Don't go easy on you!
I'm the one you want. You didn't disappoint! I don't want to sound like Tyon, but I'll say it anyway. This is all your fault.
Ah, sorry, girlie. Why don't I catch you a nice whopper to say I'm sorry? I'll roast it nicely and serve it up to you. It'll taste mighty fine, I promise.
Anyway, we're not getting any more clues from your memory.
I guess it can't be helped. It's such a long time ago after all.
First hunting, then fishing. What are we even doing here? Seriously?
I'm getting fed up running about like a headless turkin.
Oh, you're fed up?
Triton, you said the pot was dropped somewhere, didn't you? If it was so long ago, who's to say that someone didn't pick it up?
Oh, I didn't think of that. Guess it ain't impossible.
Maybe so much time has passed that it got buried or something.
So now I suppose you want us to start digging.
I'm just saying is all.
Can you really not think of anything else?
Oh, there might be one thing. Behind Keva's castle be those hovering reefs, they be triggering my noggin.
There must be something there then. Let's go.
Hey now, boyo. What's gotten into you all of a sudden?
Nothing much. I just think if this place is important to you, we should pay it a visit. I don't care if it's a jar or an old snuffing boot. I'm gonna find this thing.
Ha! I remember these floating islands. Ah, there it is. Nothing. Guess I wasted your time again.
It really was a long while ago, huh? Maybe there's nothing we can do.
Aye, this place was already in a sorry state way back when. Must have been blasted off to who knows where.
By the way, your friend, Triton, how did he die?
Well, I don't know the why and wherefore, but it'd be about the time when a beastie swallowed him down in one gulp.
Oh no!
He was waving his arms, shouting, "Eat me!" He was a bit of a loon.
He must have been to travel with you. Maybe one of those monsters bashed a screw loose.
This has been nothing but trouble for ye kids. If nothing turns up here, let's just call it quits, eh?
Wait, that's kind of sudden. You're okay with stopping after all this?
If it ain't the searching that's the problem, I can do that whenever. I got a bit more time than ye all have.
Triton,
But you know, I have at least remembered my friend. It might be my lot in life to outlive everyone else, but he lives in my memories and in my heart. Ain't no way I'd throw away what he's left me. Of course, I forgot all about him until now, so I'm talking complete bilge.
If you've finished being gloomy, we need to search every nook and cranny. There must be something we haven't seen.
You what? You were totally against all this.
I just hate leaving a job half done. Honestly, I couldn't care less about what he's searching for. And I don't mind if we never find it. But I just need to know either way.
Our words well spoken, Four Eyes. I'm much the same. Right then, let's give it one more shot. Oh, what's this? Ha ha! You're still alive, you wretched cur! Thought I'd taken care of you back then. This time I'll make sure you don't get away. Prepare to be outed!
Not a bad move. Our plan of attack.
I'm on way! Everyone get ready! I'll stop them!
I'll follow your lead!
Mutter! Here! Feel the power! Yeah! Feels just like it should! Giant hot swing! Feel back! Get out of here!
Still have work to do! Stop squirt!
You're on fire, lad!
Still have work to do!
I'll come close! Stay with me!
You can't fall here!
Feel within! Power ring! Maximum pain!
Send those targets packing! Demon Slayer!
Shield back! Fire! Healing!
No! Acceleration!
Control! Let go! Nice one, Uni!
No longer!
No complaints! I felt good before, but now I feel glorious!
Smash everything!
Did you know I just got on? Go, come!
Are you ready, Uni? We are excellent above you!
I'm just waiting right now!
Push through!
I'll get you ship safe in no time! Fire!
No love lost! You can rest later. Come on!
Think less.
Impulse wave!
Demon Slayer!
Revolution
on! I have it. Let's go! Heal bullet! Oreo! Gale Slash!
Quick drop!
Demon Slayer! Let's go!
I'll fix the bug!
Sorry.
I'll get you ship safe in no time! Defect the
Need a
field!
hand? Thank you, Kyle.
Pirate Lariat!
You hurt me, Oreo! You can keep going, can't you, Neo?
Not safe, man!
I appreciate it.
Let's get him! Ready whenever. Yeah.
Aerial flash!
Grab protection! You want to see what we can really do?
I might have the answer.
Great! Everyone get ready!
I'll start us off.
Now follow your lead.
How about this?
Your fate was sealed when you rose against us! I just thought of a great idea!
All right.
I'll start us off.
I'm with you.
Time for the big one!
This isn't the end.
Let's hit him.
All right.
Triton style.
First dibs!
I'm with you. This isn't the end. This is the decider. You're finished. This is the power with which we fight.
Finally got to stretch my traps.
Ah, going toe-to-toe with a big slugger like this, there ain't nothing finer.
Putting that aside, would this be our fabled pot? This thing was holding on to it.
Ah! That'll be it! It's gotta be!
Yeah? Is that really the pot? So, what have we got inside there?
Don't tell us you want to keep it secret after all we've been through.
Ah. Well, you see. What is this?
Don't look at me.
Oh, familiar smell! It miso paste!
Miso?
That correct! Can add miso to meat, fishes, all sorts of vegetable. It's all-purpose flavoring!
What? That's what we were busting our butts for?
Miso. Ah, that's right. Me and him, we... Ah!
Hold on! I'll have you out!
No, Frank! Forget about me. Only the pot. Only the pot matters now.
Are you out of your mind? You worked your behind off to make this miso stuff!
I'm sorry, my friend. This is it for me. But I put my whole being into that. I want you to take that perfect miso. You need to make the best dish ever!
Partner! Halt!
I remember now. He and I, we journeyed to gather ingredients that would match this stuff. But when we finally arrived here, that blasted monster went and ate him. And he entrusted this to me. Idiot! How could I ever have forgotten something that damn well important? I get it. When I saw the Nopon lady cooking and thought something was missing from the food, that thing, it was miso. To think that, all these years and decades, my heart's been captive to a simple bean paste. Doesn't that sound stupid? Eh? I'm sorry about this, kiddies. This miso won't ever go off, even if centuries pass. If you behave, I'll treat ye to a little taste.
That make my Nana incredibly happy! Looking forward to sampling legendary miso.
Hey, Noah.
What's up?
Gonna ask you again. Can I give him a real slug?
Just one.
I hope everyone's getting along.